The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 261 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Madison Player playing cards from Theory11. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. But first, you might be thinking, Theory11 producing a Madison Daniel deck? No, surely that can't be. Well, here we actually have one here. And it is the first and only deck that Daniel Madison has collaborated with Theory11 with. And these are the Madison Players here. And this is the only deck, like I said, that he's produced with Theory11 before switching over to like Illusionist, which he is partnered with now. So here we have a matte cream style finish tuck box with a little bit of silver foiling on the front there with the Daniel Madison logo. And it is slightly embossed, so you can feel the texture of it. On the side, it says Made in the USA, the Daniel Madison logo, and Theory11 logo. So you can tell that these are from Theory11. On the other side, it says Playing Cards, the Daniel Madison logo, and Daniel Madison. On the bottom, you got the old school Theory11 deck. So you can definitely tell this is an older deck because it has the old school Theory11 logo. And then you got distributed and produced by Theory11, Las Vegas, Nevada. And then you got the barcode over there. On the back, you got a slight sneak peek of the back design because it's definitely slightly, it's not like completely the back design, but similar. For the seal, you just got a round seal, a round square style seal, where there's a black seal with the Daniel Madison logo, and then a white border around. And on the top, it says Madison Players, and you got the Daniel Madison logo underneath that seal. On the inner tuck flap, you got some kind of like little signature or cursive. Oh no, it's a D. I think it's a DM for Daniel Madison. On the inner tuck flap, you just got JL, and then nothing on that side. If you take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box, it is just plain white. Nothing too crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. First, we'll start with that back design. Here we have a mirrored back design with kind of a white border. Well, kind of, because you can see the back design there. It is a mirrored design of the Daniel Madison logo there. So it is a black and white colorway. And then it kind of fades off towards the edge of the deck, but doesn't go all the way to the edge. So we have a little bit of a white border there, but it's kind of like a little bit trippy because it kind of fades off into like kind of like smoky kind of vibe. And there's a mirrored back design, so if we flip it over, it's the same design in both directions. Now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we start with the first Joker, and both Jokers are identical. So they have the crow on there, the signature Daniel Madison like crow or raven, and you got the Daniel Madison logo, and that says the Joker at the bottom. So you got two identical Jokers there. And then for the ace of spades, you got that nice big spade with the Daniel Madison logo. It says Madison Players, the US playing card company. And then for the rest of the deck, nothing too crazy. It's just a standard deck after that. So I'll just quickly go because we've seen these millions of times. And then for the core cards, it's just like a yellow and red and black colorway. Nothing too crazy going on there. Then there's the dark red for the diamonds. And then the only custom card, I guess. Well, I guess there's maybe two. Well, you got the king. The king of diamonds here has a custom face. I think it's Daniel Madison's face, or I think. Oh, and then you got the jack. Then the jack of clubs is also custom. I'm not entirely sure who that is. I'm pretty sure one of those is Daniel Madison's face. And the rest of the cards are just standard. You see these. And then the last two cards in the deck, we got the old school Theory11 ad card there. And then we get a double backer of that back design. Now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. And these are definitely not like super new, like because they were already previously opened. But They have a nice flex to it. Not like super stiff, which is nice. And slightly more of a softer style of spring. But they still spring pretty good and pretty smooth there. So not much to say about the springs. Pretty average springs. And now time for the fans. Well, as you can see, they spread pretty smoothly there. Oh, pretty evenly too. You can see most of the pips and numbers. No real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Now time for the Pharaoh. Pretty smooth Pharaoh there, and they interlock and wave almost flawlessly. Some of the cards are out of line, but pretty good nonetheless. Now for a giant fan of that back design. Now time for that reverse Pharaoh. And a pretty decent reverse Pharaoh too. And they interlock and wave a little bit more flawlessly than the other way. But not too much different. And now time for the giant fan of the faces. Now time for the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffle. Well, we got 3 flawless riffles in a row there. So the riffles are pretty nice. Pretty smooth there. It's more of a soft, it definitely feels slightly softer of a card. So they move a little bit more slower and softer, but they still work pretty smooth. Now time for the packet cuts. Well, pretty good packet cuts. Maybe a little bit slippery from here to here, but not really. So then pack it pretty good. Now for the one-handed cut or surely a cut. And now time for the dribble. Well, pretty smooth dribbles, other than the cards wanting to just slide out of my hands. Okay, let me just get these. Let me pick that one card up. If I can pick it up. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty average dribbles, nothing too special going on with the dribbles. Like I've definitely seen better dribbles. Now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, it's a pretty unique deck of cards, being the only deck that Daniel Madison. As I was saying, yeah, this is a pretty unique deck, as it's the only deck that Daniel Madison has produced with Theory 11. So it's pretty much like a one-off deck from Theory 11 there. So it's a pretty unique Theory 11 deck to have in my collection, and a unique deck in general there. And then for the design, as you saw, it's pretty like, not like nothing special there. It's pretty like standard of a design. And the design's pretty standard there. Like, you got pretty much standard faces. There was a slightly few custom cards there. Like, some of the court cards had like custom faces. And like, the ace is always like custom. But then you got that back design there, which has the kind of little like smoke kind of like fading design there, which is nice. And this has to be one of my favorite kind of like Theory 11 decks, because it's more unique. Because like the only Daniel Madison Theory 11 deck. And then for that handling, they are made by the United States Playing Card Company. So they handle fantastic. Pretty smooth there, no like clumpiness or stickiness to them. Even after being used for a little while, they still hold up, which is good. So the handling is fantastic. And the design is, like, even though it's standard design, still pretty nice. Nice for what it is. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 261 of a daily deck review. This has been the Madison Players from Theory 11, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.